Hey everybody, it's me, Spring, your fiber enthusiast. Hey, that's right. So things are a little bit different, if you noticed, to all my returning viewers, subscribers. Yeah, day after Christmas, this room kind of exploded. Yeah, I wanted to kind of rearrange, don't we all the time, it seems like. No, seriously, I had some cabinets that needed to go. I wanted to rearrange. Eventually, this wall behind me and that wall of entertainment center there will be shelving unit. Actually, that wall hopefully is going to work out the way I've got it envisioned. We'll actually have a cutout. It'll be shelving unit built from lumber here on the farm. Shelving unit around, like up one side and down the other, all shelves across the top, down both sides with an insert opening to fit my 32-inch weaving loom and its stand. So fingers crossed, toes crossed, arms crossed, everything crossed that you can cross, that it'll work out the way I want it to. It's going to be a while, definitely a little while before that happens. But until then, I needed some breathing space. I was getting extremely claustrophobic in here. It was like, whoo, move some of this stuff out. So I did. And now I can show you a little bit more of my room as I get it straightened out. I'm still working on the cleaning process, but I wanted to go ahead and record this video so that way I could get it up and available to you. All right, with that all said and done, let's jump into things. Welcome all my returning subscribers. And welcome all of my new subscribers. Internet hugs. Yay! I am so glad to have you here. There's a lot been going on over the past couple of weeks. Yeah, I did a shout out for my last Saturday episode, and this Saturday is New Year's. So, hey, Happy New Year's. I hope y'all enjoyed the shout out last Saturday. Some of my faves are on there. I've got a lot of YouTube favorites. So hope you enjoyed that and are checking them out and finding, something you like about their channels. Been watching Crafters Autonomous more. Wow, she's got a bunch of stuff on there. Yeah. So anyway, I've kind of packed in a few things. One I'll have to insert a picture of. Two I'll have to insert a picture of. Because one's already gone, one's across the room, but was hanging up there and is now gone. It was too much. And I got a whole pile of stuff over here. So we'll go ahead and get into it. We'll start with some smaller stuff. This, got some fuzzies on it. This is a potpourri bag. Now I do a tutorial on how to knit this pattern. It's coming up in the next few days, if it hasn't come out already. I don't have my book next to me with my itinerary this time, and I feel lost. But anyway, this is called the horseshoe lace. It is a knitted pattern. So for my knitters out there who are getting sick and tired of the crochet stitch tutorials, you got a knit pattern coming up. If you don't know it already, it is the horseshoe lace. Now I did so many rows, or not rows, but I did so many repeats of the pattern repeat. And then I folded it in half and sewed it together, knitted it and sewed it together. and then crocheted a chain to make this little bow at the top. And all I have in here is some lavender that I grew and dried here on the farm. And I have it in a little organza bag stuffed in here with a little bit of stuffing for squishiness, so that way it's kind of thick. I love the smell of fresh lavender and fresh dried lavender. No chemicals, no nothing. Straight out of the pot from outside. Anyway, so this is a finished object, and it's going to now go and hang out in my bedroom on my headboard right next to my head, because I love that lavender smell. Let's get into another thing. So I had bought a little while ago, I had went into Ollie's looking for more latte cakes, because they had some and I had got 2 and I needed 1 more. So I went in looking for more and they didn't have any more, of course. So anywho, they did have Red Heart Heat Wave, and they had camouflage, black, and a couple other colors. So I got the camouflage and the black and made a pair of mittens out of them. And believe it or not, here's a quick yarn review on the Heat Wave. So I put my hands in 1 in each mitt. Obviously, you can't put 2 in the same mitt, but yeah. I put them both on. I guess you could put both mitts on one hand, but okay, yeah. Squirrel. So anyway, I put the mitts on and I grabbed a cup of coffee like this. Okay? My hand was not wrapped around the mug at all. My hand was holding the handle. And now I drink out of large mugs. These aren't your typical just coffee cups. They are actually large, very large mugs. I mean, this is a smaller of several, and it's like almost the size of my head. Yeah. When I drink a cup of coffee, I drink a half a pot at a time. Time to get back. Mitts. So I put them on, and I was holding the mug by the handle with my right-handed mitt. This hand was just out in the elements. We were in the 20s. I want to say we were like 23 with a pretty good wind chill one night that I wore these. And the mitt that I had on, my right mitt, holding the coffee cup by the handle, was warmer than the one just in the mitt. So it was absorbing the heat from a distance on the knuckles of the hand. So, for instance, my hand was like this, wrapped around the mug, and it was absorbing the heat from the mug. This mitt had my hand considerably warmer than the mitt with nothing in it, just my hand. So, do I think that the Heat Wave works? Yeah, actually I do. Have I tried it out in the sun? No, because it's been hot ever since that night. And if I went outside with these on right now, I would die of the heat. So no, I haven't. There will be more testing to these along the way, I'm sure. All right. Another thing that I had finished last episode, I had the red hat on. Now it has its heart flag. that was something that I wanted to complete and get done, and I have actually finished it and worn it on Friday. Okie dokie. Another thing that I finished, we've got a bunch of finished objects since the last time I did a finished object and whip episode. I made a pair of socks. Those of you that follow me and have been following me know already and have seen these. Those of you that are new and don't know, here's the deal. Thursday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I spin yarn live. And I spin for a while until either, my hip and knees start bothering me, whatever, or I'm done spinning whatever I intended on spinning for the night. Sometimes I will go longer and grab something else to spin, and sometimes I have a certain amount that I want to spin for that night, and that's what I do. And in the meantime, I have a couple of people that will come up and help with the chat. They'll, kind of keep me company on panel, read the chat, things like that, while I spin. And then when I'm done spinning, I just kind of like kick back and we all just sit around and chit chat, and it's laid back, easy going, no got to be done by this time. When the crowd starts dwindling off and the conversation starts dying out, okay, time to shut it down. But if everybody's having a good time, I try to keep it running. Sometimes we run for 4 hours. And different groups of people come in along the way. Some leave and new ones come in. Some come and go throughout. Some stay the whole entire time. So you're welcome to do any of that if you would like. And come hang out with us on Thursday night. But back to the socks. It's kind of been a thing. I wear these crazy socks, not always crazy, just wild socks while I spin, and mainly because the camera is facing down on my feet and the spinning wheel. So it's like, I don't want you watching my feet. I mean, normally I would spin barefoot, but I don't want you watching my feet. I'm not barefoot. Cover them things up. So anyway, I make socks. And I like my own knitted socks anyway. But here lately, I've been crocheting some to wear on Thursday nights. So that was the reason for making these, was for Thursday before Christmas. I wanted Christmas colored socks to spin with. So I made some. In the process of doing that, my crocheters out there have said, and I've been listening, I've heard, watching around the YouTube streets, I've heard people, and I know I've heard, and I'm listening. Y'all want some more crocheted sock patterns, tutorials, and you're wanting somebody to do one for you. Well, guess what? I got one coming. I'm working on it. It is not in these colors, but it is this pattern. It's just a basic pattern. And then we'll go from there. Okay. So we're going to start with this pattern. You're going to have a separate colored toe, heel, and cuff from the main portion of your sock. I show you how to change colors. I show you where and when and how to adjust your size. So that is coming. It's going to be a little bit, but this is coming. So I finished these socks, and they're the same, by the way. Another thing that I did was after, I think it was Christmas night, it was Christmas night. Miss Connie from Just Another Stitch sent me an email and asked me if I would test another hat pattern for her. I agreed, and here it is. It is a Christmas tree pattern. I like this one. Probably more so than most because it's almost camo looking up here in the plaid. I like the fact that I could actually wear this to go hunting and it wouldn't be that big a deal. I love the colors, the greens, the browns, totally loving it. But all of her patterns, you know, are great. If you're a knitter, it is not hard. If you're wanting to learn how to do color work, this type of pattern, any of her hat patterns, is one of the best ways to learn to do color work, because they're simple, easy repeats, and you would have an easy time learning than trying to jump into, say, a Fair Isle sweater or something of that nature, because it's like overwhelming and you're like, oh my gosh, I want to do one so bad. I suggest doing one of Connie's hat patterns for color work and get a feel for it. It'll give you a good idea as to how your floats need to be on the inside. This is, let me turn it around for you. That's what the inside looks like. And these are all called floats, where you floated one color over to the next time that it gets used. So say this green jumping from the one tree to the next, on the back side, it's called a float because that green floats. And you only float it so many stitches, and then you have to twist the stitches so that way it's not these big long loops on the inside. But anyway, if you want to learn color work, I suggest using one of Connie's patterns. It's really, really easy to do and learn when you're using a small pattern like a hat. Okay, so I did that, and my work in progress at the moment is a long tail hat, and I'm using Red Heart neon stripes. And if I finish this before this video goes live, I will insert a picture. If not, it'll be on the following Saturday. But that's the neon stripes. It's got a double thick band here for around the head, around the ears, and I'm guessing that it's probably going to be somewhere around 42 inches long, you know, long. Yeah. So that is my whip. I think I have enough things done. I haven't done any tatting. I probably need to do some tatting. Yep. I do have some sewing that has to be done. I have some more name tapes that need to be put on my husband's uniform. And that is it. My gosh, I've been talking for almost 20 minutes now. I'm sorry, guys. We're going to call it good. Enjoy your Happy New Year celebration today. And everybody, remember this. If you take your mind and get it in the mind space of there is positive in every day, there is something you can learn every day from somebody, from something. You can learn something new every day. Every single day. You just got to find it. Find the positive. Be happy. Enjoy life. It's a new year. You don't have to be a new you, but have a new view. Until next time, guys, be blessed and be a blessing, and we'll catch you on the flip side. Bye.